H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing, and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys, how we are different from our competitors. 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus, one-time fee and lifetime access to classes, access to recorded sessions of live classes. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For a free demo class, visit us at h2kinfosys.com.
Okay, so today we'll be discussing on, I started recording. Today we'll be discussing on HTML, and if time permits we'll discuss on JavaScript. And just a second. Okay, then we'll get started. So for HTML today, I'll just show the slide which I have showed you when discussing when I gave demo class. So let's go back to the slide which I have showed you for the demo class. So let me go to the desktop. Just a second. Now, let's quickly summarize why we need to learn HTML. So, if you want to design anything on the UI, for example, if you're seeing the screen, so for example, I want to design an online shopping portal. If I want to design an online shopping portal for user interface, so whatever you're seeing in the browser, so this is a drop-down list, and this is a text box, and this is a label, and this is a button. So anything if you want to display on the user interface, these controls are called HTML controls. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So if you want to design anything in the user interface, you have to learn HTML. So HTML is very key thing if you want to design a beautiful UI, user interface. And when you, so for example, I told already, like if I assume that the price of each Parker pen is $50, price of each Parker pen is $50. Now the moment you select 5 Parker pens and click on save, your shopping cart will be showing the money as $250. So here some calculations are happening. So the calculations will normally happen using programming language. So we already learned 90% of programming language C#. So for any business logic, so this is called business logic. For any business logic, we need to learn any programming language. And for user interface, we need to learn HTML. And to save the details in the database, we need to learn SQL Server programming. So today we are going to discuss on HTML to design these controls, how to do all these controls. Okay, so with this, let's get started with HTML. So I'm not going to use any editor for HTML. You can use your Visual Studio, but let's use Notepad. So I'm going to, in my desktop, I'm going to create a new folder called HTML. Okay, in this HTML, so let me right click on this, new text document. I'm going to name this as 1.html and remove this extension. So the moment you change it to HTML, you should see that the icon will get changed to Internet Explorer or your default browser. If the icon is not changed to your default browser, that means that you are still seeing your text file. Okay, so I repeat again, the moment you change your file extension to .html, the icon for that HTML should change to your default browser. If it's not changed to your default browser, that means the file is still a text file. So to see the extensions, what you need to do is, I told this in the second class or third class. So if you want to see the file extensions, you have to go to organize and folder and search options, and you have to go to view, and you have to unselect this one. You have to unselect this one, hide the extensions for known file types. You have to uncheck this one. Okay, when you uncheck this one, you will see the extensions. Okay, if you don't uncheck this one, see what happens here. I'll check this checkbox and I'll show you the difference. So I am checking, I'm selecting this checkbox. Click on apply. Okay, click on OK. See, now I'm not seeing the file extension. So what normally students will do is, they will right click on this new text document, and they will create this one dot or two.txt, and then what they will tell me is they will right click on this, they will do a rename, they will select rename, and they will do 2.html, and they will ask me, I renamed it but still my icon has not changed, what shall I do? So actually you renamed it to .html, you are seeing it as 2.html, but it's not a HTML file. So it will have 2.html.txt. When you do right click on this and properties, you will see that it's a text document. It's a text document. It is not a HTML file. For that, what you need to do is you need to click on organize. So it is not showing you the extensions because I have selected the checkbox, do not show the extensions for known file types. So for that, what I need to do is the one way to do this, is you have to go to organize and folder and search options, and I need to go to view, and I need to uncheck this one, hide the extensions for known file types. I'm unchecking this, click on apply and OK. Now you will realize that okay, it is not a, see now I'm seeing 2.html.txt. So if you want to rename it, you need to click on F2 and delete this .txt. Okay, now you are seeing 2.html. Okay, so this is about how to rename to .html. And the other way to do that is right click on this, new text document. I have three here. So if I want to rename this to .html, what I can do is I can open this, and then I can actually do file, save as, and then I can type here I can select here all files, and I can type here 3.html in double quotes. I'm typing here 3.html and I'm doing it in double quotes. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Select all files for sure and give 3.html in double quotes and click on save. So that will also create in HTML file. After that you can delete this old one. Okay, so just now we learned about two ways for renaming a file from txt to HTML. Okay, so once I create this HTML 1.html, I'll right click on this, open with Notepad. If you're not seeing this, right click on this, open with Notepad, you can do this way. So Windows R, open Notepad, and then drag and drop this. Drag this and drop it onto the Notepad. That's it. Now you can notice here that this file is 1.html. Okay, let's get started with HTML. So for those who already know HTML, what is the code for a text box? Do not Google it. You should tell from whatever you know. What is the code for HTML text box? HTML text box. We don't use button for a text box. So what is the code for HTML text box? First of all, what is text box? Yeah, input type equal to text and name equal to name. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now before getting started with this, let me ask some questions on different controls we have. So Windows R, MS Paint. Okay, so now first I have something called name in my web page, and if I want to design this, so what is this control called? Okay, so all of you, so I saw only one response. So this control we call it as text box. Okay, now the second question. So I have here something called branch. I have to select electronics branch or computer science branch or whatever branch I have to select here. For that I have something called like this. I have something called here. So what is this is called? I am seeing response from few of you. So I'll see an option here, and the moment, so this is not a checkbox, this is called a drop down list. So the moment I click on this, I'll have multiple options. So I'll get a drop down list. So I'll see the values like this. Okay, I'll get an option to select from multiple values. So this is called a drop down list. Now the other one I'm going to ask now here, I have medium, either it can be English or French. So what is this called? So I'll have a small circle and I can select only one option from this. So what is that is called? Yeah, this is called a radio button. So this is called a radio button. Radio button is normally used for selecting only one option from multiple options. So this is called English or French. So this is called radio button. So the first one is a text box where you will have options to enter some values, and the second one where you can select some value from multiple values, that is called a drop down list. And the third one you can only select one value from the two options, that is called a radio button. And we have something called hobbies. And in this hobbies we have options like you can select one or more option. So you will see a small box like this, and you will see some options. So this is called, what is this? Yeah, I'm not seeing the response from Jesse. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing. Okay, so this is called, so if I have one checkbox, I mean this is a checkbox, so I can write here cricket,